Lesson 18 on page 36 is about time. So we're going to learn some ways we can read time. So for example, in Arabic, the way you read time is different from the way you will learn how to read time in English today. We're going to read the numbers of the time. We're going to look at the hours and the minutes, and we're going to decide if, for example, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, what does that mean? What time is it? Or what do we do in that time? And we're going to learn about words like have, has, and had. Okay, so now we're going to read it together, and I'm going to explain to you some things or concepts that we can review together here. Okay, and then we're going to do a few examples together, inshallah. Let me just make it bigger. So we said this is page 36 in your pupil's book. You should all open page 36, please. Let me prepare my marker here. For the first example, we are going to look at the longhand and the shorthand. We're going to look at the clock we have here. So this is called a clock, or sa'a. It's a clock, okay? And this is how we spell clock. So this is the shorthand. The shorthand tells us what hour it is. The shorthand gives us the hour, and I'm going to use another color for the longhand. The longhand here gives us the minute. It tells us what is the minute of this hour. So because the shorthand is pointing at 6, we know that it is 6 o'clock. Let's see what this boy is asking his mom. He is saying, what time is it, Mom? So if you want to know the time, you have to say, what time is it? If you want to ask about the time, this is how you ask. What time is it? And the mom answered, it's 6 o'clock. So when you tell someone the time, you have to say the number and you have to say o'clock. So clock means sa'a. O'clock is the way you say the time. You just have to add the O. And she says it's 6 o'clock, so it's time to wake up. So she gave him the number or the hour, and she told him this is the time to do so and so, which is when you wake up. So for example, Uthman, what time did you wake up today?
Wake up.
What time did you wake up? Wake up means متى صحيت.
صحيت.
You say I woke up. Say I woke up.
I woke up.
And tell me what time.
I woke up.
At 8? At 8 or 9 or
7.
7. So Uthman woke up at 7 o'clock, and it was his time to wake up. Thank you, Uthman. So we're going to look at the first example we have here in number 1. Notice how the shorthand and the longhand are both in the same place. So it's 12 o'clock here. 12. So this is how we read the time. It's 12 o'clock. If the longhand is at 3, then we have to say quarter past. Quarter means ربع. Quarter means ربع. So quarter past means مرت ربع ساعة. So we have to say quarter past 12. And you guys need to memorize this because we're going to do more examples, and today you have a homework on it, and it's also going to be in the quiz, so you need to know how to say it. When the long hand is at 6, we have to say half past, which means نصف ساعة. So we have to say it's half past 12. And I'm saying 12 because the short hand is still very close to 12. It's 1:45. It's 1:45. The long hand is at 9. So 1:45 is the same as saying ساعة واحدة إلا ربع. 1:45. It's the same meaning. So because you have only quarter and then it will be 1 o'clock, so it's one way to say 1:45. The same example here, but the difference is that the shorthand begins at 1. In the first example, the shorthand began at 12. So we will say it's 1 o'clock. Muhammad, do you hear me?
What?
We are going to look at A here. The long hand is at number 3. So how do we read the clock?
شلون ماشي؟ ما بفهم إنجليزي.
I know, but I want you to try. Read this for me, please.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Read it, please.
Okay. It's Q's مش هاي Q ولا B.
Quarter. Quarter means ربع.
Quarter.
Quarter. Quarter.
Quarter. Past. On. 1.
So in Arabic we say واحدة وربع. In English we say it's 1:15. Past means مر. So we're saying quarter because it's the long hand is at 3, and we're saying past 1 because the hour here is 1. Thank you, Muhammad. Lamar, in the next one, the long hand is at 6, right? So how do we read it? Lamar, are you with me? How do we read it?
Yeah.
This one.
It's whole
half
past
what? 1. So instead of saying in Arabic واحدة ونص, we say half. Half means نص. Past also means مر. So half past 1. And we're saying 1 because the hour is still 1. Thank you, Lamar. Ali, I want you to read the last one here and see. I'm going to try to unmute you. Ali, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Read C, please, the one I underlined here.
It's a quarter. It's a quarter.
Yes.
To 2.
Excellent, Ali. So we're saying 1:45 because the long hand here is at 9, and the next hour is 2 o'clock. So Ali read it. It's 1:45 because we have 1/4 and then it's going to be 2 o'clock. Thank you. We're going to look at the third example now, and the hour is going to be different. Someone sent me here. Zainab, do you want to read the first one?
What?
Say yes, miss. Do you want to read the first one?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Read this one, please. Do you see it?
Miss أي واحدة؟
The last one. I underlined it for you. Here.
Okay. 3? Okay. It's 2 o'clock.
Excellent. It's 2 o'clock because the shorthand is at 2 and the longhand is at 12. So when the longhand is at 12, you only need to say the hour. So Zainab said it's 2 o'clock. Thank you, Zainab.
Welcome.
Eileen, read the next one, please. And notice the longhand here is at 3. So every time the longhand is at 3, we need to say it's 1/4 and say the hour. Eileen, read it, please.
It's quarter.
Try it again, Eileen.
Quarter. It's 2:15.
Excellent. So we're saying 2:15 because the longhand is at 3 and the shorthand is at 2. Thank you, Eileen. Can you read this part? B.
Yes.
It's?
Yes. It's 2:30. It's half.
Raise your voice, Muhammad, so I can hear you. Say it again and raise your voice, please.
علي الصوت. It is.
Half.
Past 2.
Excellent. So we're saying, Muhammad, that it's 2:30 because the longhand here is at 6. And we are saying that the hour is 2 because the shorthand is close to 2. So we said it's 2:30. Thank you, Muhammad. Hawra, read the last one, please. And notice here that the longhand is next to 9 and the shorthand is very close to 3, but it's still before 3. So read the last timing here, please, Hawra. Yaman, please read it. Hawra is not answering.
I can't see it.
Okay. Do you have your book in front of you?
Yeah, it's quarter to 3.
Excellent. So notice that we are using the word past when it's close to the hour, and again past, but the last one we are using the word to because it's close to the next hour and it's 3 here. Okay, don't worry if you still don't understand. We're going to do more examples together, okay? Now when we solve the examples, you will understand more. So stay on the same page. We're going to start solving the examples in page 37. So on page 37, the first thing we are going to need to do is draw the hands, right? So let's see here. Bashair, look at number 1. So where do I draw the shorthand?
It's 12
12.
o'clock.
So I need to put a dot in the middle and I need to draw the shorthand and the longhand, right? I need to draw عقارب الساعة. You understand? I'm going to come closer to the page.
Yes.
So where do I draw here the hands? The hands are عقارب الساعة. So short hand عقرب الصغير and long hand عقرب الطويل. You know this Arabic, right? So where is 12 o'clock, Bashayr? Where is it? Do you see it? What does 12 mean? شو يعني 12?
يعني
This number is 12. Do you see it? This is 12.
what?
You guys should know the numbers. You should know the numbers, right? This is 12. Do you see the pink one? So because it's 12, the shorthand is going to be, I'm going to write it in black. Maybe it's clear in black. So please, everyone, draw with me. Shorthand is here. I'm going to use my arrows. I have a shorthand. Also, the long hand is in the same place because it's exactly 12. So please draw it with me. And pay attention. If I call your name, you should be ready to answer. Lemma, the next one is 2:15. So if I'm saying 2:15, Lemma, Bushra, do you want to help me with this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at 2:15. So where does this mean the long hand should be? At 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
Wait.
Bushra, you can look at the first page. Look at the first page. When they said 2:15, the long hand was at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
12.
If it's at 12, it means it's a clock. There's no quarter or half if it's 12. If it's 2:15, the long hand needs to be at 3 always. Okay?
That's
Bushra, there's a lot of noise in your background. I can barely hear you. So the long hand needs to be at 3. Do you have a question, Bushra? Do you have any questions, Bushra?
show us?
Do you have a question?
No.
And the shorthand, they said past 2. So because they said 2 over here, I need to put an arrow next to 2. And it has to be small. So make sure the small is at 2 and the long one is at 3. Yaman, if I say it's 1:30, where do I draw the long hand?
What?
Half. For number 3, if I say it's 1:30, where do I draw the long hand? At 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
And 12.
Half past, remember. I will draw the long hand at 12 only if it says 12 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But half in the middle is what number?
I 1.
It's
One.
3 or 6 or 9 or 12.
3.
You can look at the first page if you don't remember. Look at the first page. When they said half past, where was the long hand?
And 6.
Yes, 6, exactly. So I'm going to draw the long hand at 6. And the short hand where?
1.
Yes, between 1 and 2. Good job, Yaman. Yasmin, number 4, quarter past 1. Quarter past. Where do I draw the short hand? Sorry, where do I draw the long hand if it's quarter past?
It's 4. It's better. Painter. Poster 1.
Quarter past 1. Where do I draw the long hand?
Yes.
At 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
Teacher أنا ما أسمعك مظبوط.
Do you see number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to draw the long hand. Do I draw it at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12? Quarter past 1. You can look at the first page if you don't remember.
9.
Quarter to means 9. Try again. Quarter past means something else.
9.
9 means quarter to. Quarter past is 3. When you see quarter past, you have to draw the long line at 3.
Quarter 1.
And the short hand at 1, like you said. Okay? Like this.
Okay.
So please draw the hands. Everyone, you're supposed to be drawing the hands, remember. Hawra, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, well, I called you like 5 minutes ago and you weren't there. I want you to do number 5, please. It says
Okay.
it's 1 o'clock. So where do I draw the long hand?
And the 12.
Excellent, at 12, because they didn't say quarter and they didn't say half. So that means the long hand should be at 12. And what about the short hand?
And the 1.
1, because they said 1 o'clock. Excellent, Hawra. We have less than 10 minutes left. Let's try to finish number 1. And today you have homework, page 36. I want everyone to send me their homework today, please. Salam, do you hear me? Salam? I want you to help me do number 6, please. They said it's 2:30. So half. When you see the word half, does that mean that the long hand should be at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
Miss Audi. شو؟
When I see half, look, it's 2:30. I want to draw the long hand inside the clock. Do I draw it at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
9.
9 means quarter to. I only put the long hand at 9 if I see quarter to. I don't have quarter to now. I have half past. So 3 or 6 or 12?
12.
I only put 12 if it said 2 o'clock. If I put the long hand at 12 if it said only 2 o'clock. I put the long hand at 3 if it said it's 1:15. I put the long hand at 6 if it said 1/2. So what do you think the answer is? What's the answer, Salam? 3 or 6?
3.
Try again.
6.
Yes, because 3 only works if you have quarter past. We don't have quarter past, we have half past. So when you see half past, you always put the long hand at 6. And because they said 2, it's going to be close to 2. The short hand is going to be after 2. Thank you for trying, Salam. Lema, let's try again with you. I'm trying to unmute you, Lema, but it's not working. I'm not sure why. Okay, Lema, do you hear me now? Lema?
نعم.
Can you help me do number 7, please?
شنو؟
Number 7. It's half past 3. Again, I have half. Do you see the half?
Half.
Okay, now I want to draw a long hand in the clock. Do I draw it at 6, 9, or 12, or 3? It's the same as Salam's question. What do you think? Half means in the middle, في الوسط. So what's the middle here? 12, or 3, or 6, or 9?
9.
9 can only work if you have quarter 2. We don't have quarter 2 here. Try again. 6, or 3, or 12? You can look at the first page if you don't remember. Yes. What were you going to say?
6.
Yes, 6, because 6 is half. نص ساعة at 6. And past 3, so the short hand is going to be after 3. Thank you, Lema. Yamin, next one, please. Number 8.
It's 12:15.
So because quarter past, where do I put the long hand?
The long hand in 9.
If it's 9, that means you should have quarter 2. Do you have quarter 2?
No.
You have quarter past. So what do you think the answer should be?
3.
3. Because I have quarter past, the long hand should be at 3. And they said quarter past 12, so the short hand should be close to which number?
12.
12. Excellent. So it should be close to 12. Thank you, Yamin. Malik.
Oh, yeah.
Malik, for number 9, it's half past 12. They wrote half. So where should the long hand be, Malik?
It's half past 12.
Yes. So I want to put the long hand at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12. Where should I put the long hand if it says half? Half. نص. نص ساعة. Where should I put the long hand? Malik, I'm asking you.
Okay, what teacher?
Where should I put the long hand? العقرب الطويل.
شو?
Long hand of the clock. Look, for example, in number 7, we said half, so we put the long hand at 6. Number 8, we said quarter past, so we put the long hand at 3. Number 9, we said
8.
half again, so where do we put the long hand?
Number 8.
3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
12.
I can only put it at 12 if it says it's 12 o'clock. It's not 12 o'clock, it's
9.
half past. 9
9
only
too.
works if I have quarter 2. I don't have
6.
quarter 2 now. 6,
6.
because half past, I should always put the long hand at 6. And I have 12, so the short hand should be near 12, right?
هاي مع السلامة خلاص.
So it's
Yeah,
going to
perfect.
be between 12 and 1. Thank you for trying, Malik. Athman, number 10.
Number 10.
It's quarter to 2. Should I put the long hands at 3 or 6 or 9 or 12?
12.
If it's 12, they're going to say it's 2 o'clock. But I have quarter to. 9 is quarter to. 6 is half past. 3 is quarter past. So where do I put it? What do you think?
بس عيدي لي إياهم.
3 is quarter past. 6 is half past. 9 is quarter to. And 12 is just a clock.
It's quarter
What do you think?
to
It's
2.
quarter. It's quarter. It's a quarter.
Yes, it's quarter to. It's quarter to, but which number?
It's number
You said, Athman, focus with me. 3.
2.
3
No,
is,
no, no.
Listen to me, Athman. Listen to me. 3 is quarter past. 6 is half past. 9 is quarter to, okay? And then it's going to be close to number 2. Write the answers, please.